is Erik Linask. I'm coming to you from IT Expo West here in Los Angeles, and I'm talking with John Nikolopoulos from Sagem Interstar. John, welcome.
It's good to be here.
I guess one of the things we're here to talk about today is survivability, and I guess survivability as it relates to the fax. Why are we even having this conversation, I guess?
It's a very good question. First of all, let me just do a level set on fax. I talked about this the other day. Fax is very relevant today. It's interesting. There was a report that I saw last year from Gartner which talked about that although email has taken over on some of the low-end applications where fax historically has been entrenched, fax continues to drive important business processes at the enterprise level. In fact, fax is increasingly being used for some of the mission-critical, business-critical applications, and because of that, there's discussions now about survivability. Survivability, which has been sort of an anchor discussion point involving traditional telephony applications, has sort of sidestepped fax. Fax has always been this trouble child with regards to the emerging UC space. But now with the accelerating TDM to IP migration, fax is back at the forefront in terms of the missing piece in that UC puzzle to enable some of the key benefits of UC. And as part of this, the survivability discussion now has come to the forefront involving fax.
Good, exciting. You mentioned unified communications, and that's one of the places that's having a huge impact is enterprises and their branch offices. But that's also an area that you can talk about survivability in.
Right. So interesting talks at this show. There was one actually yesterday by Avaya and AudioCodes where, and I spoke about that earlier today as well in my own talk, about the importance of having some level of survivability at the branch office. Everyone is very cognizant of some of the macroeconomic challenges we're facing today. But one thing that has emerged clear in various surveys that have taken place in the industry over the last couple of years is that we need to have a minimum level of survivability at the branches. And to this end, there's some new offerings that have hit the market. In particular, there's one that Sagem Interstar has moved forward with involving one of our key partners, Cisco, involving their AXP application extension platform deployed on their integrated services router, where they've embedded our application, and we've taken advantage of certain features within those routers to basically enable an automated form of survivability to provide value-added features to the branch. So we're very excited about that offering. It's been recently deployed and pretty unique in the industry. We're very excited about that.
Good, great. I guess one last question. There's an awful lot of focus being paid to virtualization these days. What does virtualization do to the survivability topic?
It's a very interesting and I think challenging question. Virtualization has hit the IT telecom sector by storm over the last few years and continues to be one of the key impactful trends in our business, and obvious benefits in terms of reducing costs, enabling flexibility, and so forth. And the IP fax server space has paralleled innovations to address some of the virtualization capabilities. In other words, fax over IP software-only solutions have been developed, and Sagem Interstar was the first actually to introduce the VoIP software-only server to the market to enable it to work within a virtualized environment. Now, what's been interesting about the virtualized environment is some of the key platform vendors out there, like VMware and Citrix and so forth, have introduced some interesting capabilities to address certain basic survivability needs. But in the end, these platforms don't really have visibility into the details of the higher level applications, and this is where application vendors have developed their own survivability tools. So in a nutshell, the survivability capabilities offered by virtualization infrastructure players are really complementary to the tools that are provided by the actual application vendors like ourselves.
Good, excellent. Thanks, John. Been chatting here with John Nikolopoulos from Sagem Interstar. John, thanks again.
Appreciate it. Thank you.